All right, everyone, we'll go ahead and get started. We're joined with Dan Stratford, head men's soccer coach. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Just go ahead and use the raise hand button when you're ready. Mark Schoenster, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask about Bowling Green's number 22, Chris Sullivan. He was everywhere on the pitch today. What did you think about his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He was someone we highlighted in the scout that we were obviously going to need to be aware of. But yeah, he's a high energy player, dynamic player. But for the most part, felt like we managed him relatively well and dealt with his threat throughout the 90 minutes. So look, that's the quality of the conference. There's going to be there's going to be very, very good players on all the teams. So yeah, that's part and parcel. But we've got some pretty quality players on our team as well. Unfortunately, we didn't quite showcase enough to have that end product, and that was the difference on the day.
Sam Caniglio, go ahead.
Coach, 3 games into the MAC, how's the competition feeling? Is it tough? Is it what you thought it was going to be? How are you feeling?
Feeling like we could be 3-0. Feeling like, we've had 2 games in a row now that have felt somewhat similar, where we'll watch it back and we'll review it and we'll go through our process just as we always do. But my initial impression right now, so quickly after the final whistle, is we deserve something from the game. I challenged the guys a little bit at halftime. I was a little bit disappointed with the level of competition from a defensive perspective. I thought they were better than us. They outcompeted us in some moments in the first half that were pivotal. But in terms of the overall course of and run of play, I thought we had more of the ball and created just as many opportunities, if not more, certainly in the first half, and then only went from strength to strength in the second half. So I was incredibly proud of the players' efforts in the second half. They've done everything but score. But obviously, when you have a deficit that you have to overcome from the first half, that's unfortunately that's why we find ourselves on the receiving end of another loss.
Zach Anderson, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. What aspect specifically of the team do you think has been lacking in these last 2 games that have led to close losses?
Yeah, just the final product, the final pass, the final shot or finish, the touch that prepares for the finish. I think we've been very clinical up to this point in the season, and obviously it was missing on Sunday, and really no different today. I think we created enough quality chances today to equalise and give ourselves potential to go on and win the game. But it wasn't quite to be. Their goalkeepers made a fantastic save down to his left about halfway through the second half there on Luke McCormick. And obviously that can help them with some momentum in those pivotal moments as well. But ultimately, yeah, we've also got to look at ourselves and make sure that we don't put ourselves in a situation where we're coming from behind and obviously trailing in the game. And see if we can limit the outcome to 0-0. If we're not good enough on the day to score ourselves, and then we still need to make sure we don't lose the game. So, we'll look at all aspects of the performance today and continue to try and improve. But in many cases, I still think it was another step in the right direction. Still an improved performance from NIU and from the Charlotte game. We won those games. So that's the beauty of the sport a little bit. You can often feel like you're the better team or that you play the better football. And on the right side of the result. So again, it's going to be difficult for the players. They've got to show another round of being really resilient and staying together and understanding that the best solution or the best remedy is to make sure that when we go to SIU, we come out with the win on a tough road game.
Sam, go ahead.
So is it safe to say, Coach, 2 one-goal losses in a row? Are you still kind of looking at these with a fair amount of optimism?
We said at the start of this year, this was about learning about this group and learning how they would handle adversities and the tests that were going to come with this season. This is going to be part of that. We've now had 2 results, not 2 performances, but two bad results. So yes, inevitably results can have an impact on confidence, but I don't think there was confidence lacking in the guys' performance today. So we have to continue to reinforce the right messages and continue to lift the guys up and take the positives, but obviously learn from some of those elements of the game that we could have improved. So yeah, the big test now, the next test and the next thing we'll learn is, can we roll the sleeves up and dust ourselves off and get back on the winning ways on Sunday.
Our final question will be from Mark Schoenster.
So Dion Drummers had to come in for Aaron today. How do you felt he held up at center back?
Yeah, Dion's very versatile. Dion can play both positions very comfortably. He's probably more of a natural centre back, quite honestly. So there were no concerns there. It would have been nice to obviously have Pau Jimenez available from the start, but he's still going through his process following his surgery. So we're not quite at full strength, but we're pretty close. And again, it's another element of the group right now that we'd acknowledged from day one, that we're a little bit light in terms of our depth. And that showed a little bit where we looked a bit leggy in the first 15, 20 minutes of the game. And we're almost getting Sunday out of the system, if you like. And they looked stronger, they looked fitter in that period of the game, which obviously led to the goal and proved to be pivotal. But having said that, following that, like I said, I challenged them at halftime and they came out with a ton of energy, and we were very much the team on the dominant foot in the second half. And I firmly believe that it's a little harsh to feel like we've walked away with another loss and not got something from today's game.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.